Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so I have a new phone and Nars just came out with a new foundation. She's called a Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. And with my new phone, my girl Nicolette told me there is a feature called cinematic, systematic, symptomatic, something like that. We're gonna try it. Let me know if it works. Okay, so this is the cinematic feature. What's it giving? I don't know. Anyways, so new foundation from Nars. We're going to try her out today. So basically, if you have this one, they're saying this is not the new one. They're just adding to the collection of foundations. However, I don't think this is going to be available in Sephora anymore. I think it's only going to be available in Shoppers. So if you are a matte girly and if you love your soft matte, you're going to have to go to Shoppers to get it, or there's Nars website. But this is a new girl in town. So this is the Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. So this is going to be a good foundation for anyone who's oily, or anyone who wants like something for traveling to a hot country or for the summertime. Now, I am not someone who loves a matte look. This is like my go-to for the summer. However, I'm not going to wait till summer. I'm not going to wait till summer to try this. So we're going to try this now. But in order for me to try a matte foundation in a time like this where it's cold and dry outside and my skin is not the happiest in a dry period, we're gonna have to moisturize very well. So I got my Inky serum and moisturizer on. Oh, okay, so the matte as a focus. Okay, so that's how you do it. I got these on, so we're hydrated. Next step, I'm going to do a hydrating primer, which is this guy here. If you're looking for a good hydration primer, this is really good. The Illusion from Hourglass. So we're gonna prime first. Okay, so the skin's nice and primed, and I do something a little bit different. I put my sunscreen over my primer. This sunscreen actually acts as a primer too, the ultraviolet. I'm gonna look like a ghost because it's mineral sunscreen, guys, so don't judge me. I'm about to look a little ghostly. Gotta wear your sunscreen, guys. But I love this guy here. The ultraviolet SPF 50. It is a mineral sunscreen, hence it's okay though. Okay, so now because again I'm wearing a mattifying foundation, I have to hydrate my skin very well. So we have a hydrating primer, we have hydrating skincare. So I'm gonna do actually the Nars light reflecting setting spray underneath this foundation. It's a lot of steps, but it's worth it. So we're gonna do this first. And this actually has blue light therapy in it too, so very good if you're working in front of a computer screen. I know it looks scary. And also good for just blue light in general, or like bad lights if you work in an area where it's like very bad lighting, like I do actually. So we're gonna go in with Alexandria. This is like a newer shade. It's medium deep 5.5. I hope it works. I look a little scary, but it's all good. Okay, this is what she looks like on my skin. Let's see what this mattifying foundation gives. So this is what the foundation is looking like. It's actually really nice. It's really smooth. The color is a little bit more olivey than I expected. I do wear this same color in the light reflecting. I do find that if you have one of the other Nars foundations, I wouldn't go by the color that you already have. Maybe go into the store and rematch, because I think the shades are a little bit different. This one's pulling a little bit more olive than my light reflecting pulls, but it still looks good. Just sit and then do the rest of my face, and then I'll give my thoughts after, because sometimes you gotta let that stuff sit. You can't be like ooh or So far though, it looks really good. Like I don't feel anything heavy on my skin, and I don't feel like it's pulling. I feel like sometimes mattifying because it is mattifying. I feel like it almost feels like it's sucking the oil out of your skin, which I don't like. But I guess maybe that's kind of sometimes the purpose, or like some of the ingredients. Sometimes they use like ingredients that, you know, obviously are getting rid of oil, so you almost feel it, and it's weird. This doesn't feel like that. This feels really nice and smooth on the skin. I have a lot of texture from, like, you know, things that have damaged my skin in the past, and I feel like this is almost blurring the texture, which is a really good thing, and I think I like, that's the thing I like the most about it. Ooh. Okay. We're still gonna let it sit before we give our final notes. But so far, so good. Okay, I did pretty much all my makeup, but we're gonna set one more time with the light reflecting. Yeah. Okay, so this is the finished look. I did again spray this before the foundation and then after the foundation. So I do have a glow, even though this is a mattifying foundation. I made sure to prep the skin in a way that I wouldn't look too matte. So I feel like with this, if you want to wear it in the winter time, you definitely have to skin prep very well, especially if you're not someone who's particularly oily. Like, I'm kind of combination, so I'm in between. And in general, if you're going to be wearing a foundation, you're going to have to skin prep. I feel like I'm so close. In general, you're supposed to skin prep no matter what. The best makeup look starts with skin, right? So I find with this one, I did have to use a hydrating primer, obviously, more hydrating products, and also the setting spray, so it doesn't look too matte, but that's the look I wanted. I find that I'm not someone who likes to be super matte, and I don't want to be super greasy looking either. So this is a look right now. I'll come back at the end of the day to see how it wears. It's supposed to be a Longwear foundation. How long is it? A Longwear foundation. So generally when Nars says Longwear, they mean like 16 hours. I have a full day of work today, so we'll see. It says medium to full coverage with 24 hours of shine control and color trust wear. A soft, it delivers a soft focus effect that instantly blurs imperfections, texture, while improving the appearance of skin over time. So there's skincare elements in this foundation as well. The serum-like formula feels ultra light and applies seamlessly for optimal buildability. I will say that's true. The color, I was a little bit hesitant at first, and I find with something with Nars, and I find a lot of things with Nars, but the one thing I will say is you have to like put the foundation on and just leave it and let it sit, because it almost like transforms to your skin. Even sometimes it's not the right color, you think ooh, and then you let it sit for a little bit and it magically does its thing. So I'll give Nars that for sure. I will say definitely blurs imperfections. I have a lot of texture, as I would say. It blurred out a lot of the texture on my skin, and it looks really nice actually. I'm very impressed. Loved her. We'll still use her, but I do like her. So okay, so if you've used this and you love this, definitely give this one a try. I will still go for this, but I really like this. But we'll see in the end which one I reach for more. And it is definitely something I definitely can use in the winter time. I don't have to wait for summer to wear it, and neither do you. Just have to skin prep again. But yeah, that's it. I'll let you know how it does for the end of the day, if it truly is 24-hour of shine control. And I'm gonna say it's a Longwear, so it's gonna be 16 hours. So we'll see. I will report back with more notes. Okay, I am back to finish my investigating reporting. This is the Nars Longwear Matte Foundation, Natural Matte Longwear Foundation after at least 9 hours outside. I left my house at 10:30. It is now 9:30. So I said, is that 11 hours? Whatever. So full day in the foundation. It was very comfortable. I didn't feel tight or dry or anything like that. I think the setting it underneath and setting it on top was enough to keep it nice and glowy and dewy and not like that drying matte, but it stayed nice. It's very blurring still. I would say it did really, really well. It performed very, very well, so I'm very impressed. So I would say the difference between this and this is going to be thicker, more coverage, faster, where this is going to be thinner, I would say. A little bit easier to spread. I feel like this one, sometimes when you put on, it's like you got to work a little fast with it. If you know, you know. Where this one, I feel like the spreadability of it was really, really good. I don't know. I don't know which one I like better. I'll have to keep wearing this one and see. And I think in summertime, I'll really make the decision which one I like better, but I still love this one. But this did really, really well. I was afraid that I was going to look really tight and like, ooh, and feel like really weird throughout the day. I will say though, it did oxidize in certain areas, but I do have a mineral sunscreen underneath, so I think the white cast kind of comes through a little bit. So I think in this area, I'd probably like add a little bit more coverage and see how that works next time. And this is with a whole day of not touching up, not resetting, not doing anything. So impressed. You did well. You did well. But that's my investigative reporting. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bye. I'm tired.